Greetings and welcome to another edition of The Great Goddess. Praise be to Goddess. Praise be to Goddess. Well, here it is, another Wednesday, and today for you I have sort of a subject that's kind of more of a personal issue. It's my experience with Chef AJ. And in case you don't know who Chef AJ is, she's sort of a celebrity online. She's got quite a following of people. She lost a lot of weight. And now she promotes her own weight loss method. And I thought this was great. I thought, wow, I would like to take advantage of this weight loss method of hers also, which was basically her secret is calorie density. And she had a spiel. She had a video like around, I think it was July 11th, it was supposedly for Independence Day, but she had it a week late because everybody was gone on vacation or something that works with her. So she had this big spiel where she sold her new Fabulous Over 40 program really hard, and she made all sorts of promises like if you join you'll get an accountability partner. And if you join, you'll be able to communicate with all the other people who are watching this. And she made some promises. She said, I won't rely on Facebook. I'm going to have it all on my website, and you can communicate with the people all through my website. So I signed up. It was $147 for a year. And I signed up, and I didn't even go for the 30 days free to try it out because I really wanted to get the low price for a year. So I signed up that way, and it was not what she had promised me. First of all, there were all sorts of problems from the very beginning, technical problems. And her friend Toby is the one who's supposed to solve all the technical problems, but he did not. First of all, when I tried to create a password for the first time, there were a whole bunch of letters that wouldn't let me use. It wouldn't let me use a capital L, it wouldn't let me use a capital I. There were a whole bunch of letters that were excluded, so I had to look at the list of available letters and pick the letters out from the available list one by one, and it was a real nuisance. It was a real hassle to not be able to set whatever password I wanted. I mean, I can see excluding symbols, but excluding all whole letters from the numbers from the letters and numbers you're allowed to use, I did not like that. Okay, secondly, once I got on the site, I couldn't look up anybody. There was a database, and I put in USA and my state. I thought the two worked together, right? You put in the country plus the state, and I could not find anyone. No one turned up. And I even tried a state that was very populous like New York, and it would not work. So then I wrote to them complaining and saying that if it didn't work, I wanted a refund. And Toby wrote me back and said, do you mean like this or like this? And he took screenshots where he searched the database and he put in just the state but no country, or just the country but no state. So that's how he had this database set up, which is totally counterintuitive. And I couldn't figure it out. So if I couldn't figure it out, I can't imagine other people being able to figure it out. But it was counterintuitive, but he wanted me to put in just the state or just the country. That's how the database worked. If you put in both, it had no search results. So I was disappointed in that, but then I got the database to work, and I found 2 people in my state, and when I went to contact them, I clicked on it, and there was no way to contact them at all. And he expected you to put into your profile a contact method. He wanted you to put in a contact method like your email address, which is very personal, or your Facebook profile, which is less personal but is still personal. He wanted you to put that into the database so you could communicate with these people. There was no way to communicate with them through the website. So I complained, and I said that you should also have a forum so people can communicate with each other to see if they like each other, to see if they want to be an accountability partner. And Toby said, great suggestions. We're just starting out, so maybe we'll do that later. And I was like, no, you're not doing it later. You're not thinking this is a great feature to institute. This should have been available from the get-go. If I am paying that much money, I expect from the get-go that these features are available. So I expect there to be a forum. I expect there to be a way to contact my potential accountability partners via either communication on the site or some other method, but I did not expect them to have it where you had to put in your profile. And the 2 people that I found did not have any contact method listed because they were very private people and they didn't want to. There was one person that said, look me up on Facebook, and I looked her up on Facebook and I could not find her at all on Facebook, not under the name she had given. So I thought it might be another person on Facebook that I saw with the same first name. And so I looked for her, and I saw somebody with the same first name, and I said, are you this person from Fabulous Over 40? And she said, no, I'm not. Good luck. And so I was very disappointed in the website. But they did have a Facebook page, so it was a very expensive Facebook page to join this Facebook page. Okay, very exclusive. And I thought, well, it's not really worth all that money just for a Facebook page. They should have had the functionality on the site. But I began writing to the people on Facebook, and in one day, the admin on the Facebook page censored no less than 3 of my posts. 3 of my posts were taken down, and one of them I could understand, but the other 2 I could not understand. Okay, one of the posts, and 2 of them, it was because I mentioned forbidden foods, and one of them I didn't even think was a forbidden food. So here's what it was. I posted about they said that something I did not know. Somebody made a post that I did not know on the Facebook page, which is Lose Weight with a Full Plate, and she said that Chef AJ did not recommend B vitamins. That she said that if you get nutritional yeast, it should be unfortified nutritional yeast, and that you should not use B vitamins because they're dangerous. And I had never heard this before. I had never heard Chef AJ say this. Well, apparently she was basing her information on Dr. Furman, according to another post that on the same query. Another post, she was basing it on Dr. Furman's recommendations. If Dr. Furman said that folic acid is dangerous. Well, thousands of women have been saved by folic acid, and their babies have been saved from neural tube defects by folic acid. So folic acid cannot be all that dangerous, and since it's a B vitamin and it's water soluble, it just goes right through your system. So it can't bioaccumulate. So folic acid is really not dangerous. And Dr. Furman was basing this on one study, which was probably funded by the meat and poultry industry that's opposed to supplements, and saying folic acid is dangerous. Well, see, because the supplement industry has a lot of enemies, especially the government. The government's the biggest enemy of the supplement industry, and the pharmacological industry is also an enemy of the supplement industry, because they don't want people getting well on their own. They want them to take drugs. So Dr. Furman was basing this on one study. For every study you find, in the field of nutrition, there's 100 other studies that contradict it, but he was basing it on one study, so he was basically cherry picking. So I made a post saying, I don't see how this could be. B vitamins are safe, okay? They're water soluble, so they go right through your system. And I said Dr. Furman is a quack. Now, why did I say Dr. Furman was a quack? Well, I based it on a couple of different things. First of all, the thing about B vitamins, shoving down our throats that folic acid is not okay. He actually said folic acid is not okay to take. Well, guess what? It's okay for you to take whatever you feel like taking. It's your business. Never say it's not okay to take something, because it is okay. Secondly, like I said, he was cherry picking the study, but the main thing about Dr. Furman is that he used Dr. McDougall's name. He used Dr. McDougall's name to promote his weight loss program. Dr. Furman first did a study, and it was a poorly designed study. Dr. McDougall complained about some of the things that went on in the study, but his name was on the study only as an adjunct. He was just an extra his name was on the study, and he did not really have much to do with, he was not involved in the main part of the study. Well, Dr. Furman used Dr. McDougall's name and his reputation to promote his weight loss method, and he said it was 100% effective. Dr. McDougall claimed that it was only 5% effective, but Dr. Furman claimed it was 100% effective. And another thing about Dr. Furman that makes him a quack is because he promotes nuts and seeds, and he says you must eat nuts and seeds. Well, we all know that nuts and seeds are not strictly necessary, because you can get the same nutrients from other foods as well. You always have options in the nutritional world. You're never limited to one particular kind of food. But Dr. Furman was saying, well, guess what? Vegans who eat nuts and seeds live longer and are healthier. And he cited some studies of some Seventh-day Adventists. One study, so he's cherry picking. And there haven't been a whole lot of studies about vegans and nuts and seeds, but it was one study, and supposedly they had like maybe 5% greater longevity, and Dr. Furman took that to mean that nuts and seeds are absolutely essential, critical to your diet, and he promotes nuts and seeds very heavily. Well, turns out that he has some sort of ties with Planters Nuts. So he is a quack. Okay, Dr. Furman is a quack. So I said Dr. Furman is a quack. And they took down that post. And I got a message from the admin saying, you should not say this about Dr. Furman, and be very careful what you say from now on. Very careful. Well, you know me. I don't like to be careful about what I say at all. I'm never careful about what I say. And I shouldn't have to be, because it's a free country and there's freedom of speech. But in AJ's world, in Chef AJ's world, everyone is censored, okay? Because everyone has to conform to what she considers positive. What she considers positive is what she bases her censorship on. And anything that she considers not positive, she censors. So she even said from the very beginning, after I had already signed up, she had this long, like 20-minute video telling people to be careful what they say on her Lose Weight with a Full Plate Facebook page, and all the things that she forbids people from saying and mentioning. So that was one thing, and I was kind of expecting them to censor it, and they did. The other two I was not expecting. One was about coffee. Now, I know Chef AJ does not like coffee because she had a person on her summit, her weight loss summit, the Real Truth About Weight Loss Summit. And that doctor was bad-mouthing coffee every which way. She had everything bad to say about coffee, and I even made a video about it. But what I found out is that when it's in actual practice, coffee isn't so bad as they say it is. They can say all these things about coffee. They can make all these claims about coffee and not cite their studies or where they get this information from about coffee. I might have been premature in my judgment of coffee. I quit coffee for something like 3 weeks, or maybe it was 4 weeks. I quit coffee for a substantial period of time, and I did not lose any significant weight. I thought I lost weight at first. I lost like a couple of pounds, but then I bounced right back up, and the weight loss was not lasting. So, and then I gained back even more. So then I started drinking coffee again. And again, I lost 2 pounds when I quit drinking coffee. And then after I kept drinking coffee again, my weight went back up, but not very much. So the thing is, it wasn't significant. It wasn't significant weight loss or weight gain. Coffee had no effect. It really had no effect on my weight. So I said this. I said I did not lose significant weight when I quit coffee. So I drank it again, and I lost 2 pounds when I quit drinking, when I drank coffee again. And they censored this post. They took it down. So they did not allow me to share my experience with the group, just because they're opposed to coffee. Coffee is one of their no foods. And you're not allowed to share your experience with coffee, which is wrong. They should allow you to share your experience with coffee, even if it contradicts Chef AJ. But in Chef AJ's world, anything that contradicts Chef AJ gets censored. And anything Chef AJ does not agree with gets censored. So that's what happened. The admin censored this post. Now the third one, I was not expecting at all, because it's a healthy food. It should be on the list of foods that is allowable. And that food is oatmeal. I said to this person who didn't like greens, or who maybe couldn't digest greens, oh, sorry, I always eat oatmeal for breakfast. They censored that post. And here's the irony of it. Here's the ironic thing. Chef AJ did a video just before this, just like a couple of days before this. Or maybe it was a couple of weeks, I'm not sure, but it was very recent. She did this video where she was preparing her husband oatmeal for breakfast. Now, Chef AJ doesn't personally eat oatmeal because she doesn't care for it. Or maybe she thinks it makes her fat. But she was preparing oatmeal for her husband for breakfast, and he eats oatmeal every single day. Every single day her husband eats oatmeal, and she was preparing it for him for breakfast in the microwave. Now, what a hypocrite to censor my post saying that I eat oatmeal. and say it's a forbidden food and that I can't mention forbidden foods. And this was the reason they gave. Underneath each post they censored, they gave a reason for censoring it. And the reason for censoring it was that it was one of their forbidden foods. Well, guess what? Chef AJ makes oatmeal for her husband every morning for breakfast. So she is a rank hypocrite. And so I don't care if she eats oatmeal personally. I eat oatmeal. If she hates her husband, it would make sense for her to censor my post, but I don't think she hates her husband. So there was no reason for her to censor the post other than being, royal pain in the ass. Okay. So Chef AJ, after this experience of having 3 posts censored in one day, I asked for a refund. I got the refund right away, which is a credit to Toby that he gave me a refund. But I was very unhappy, and I had to share this experience, and I've learned something from this experience. I've learned you can't always trust everyone who's a personality that you see on TV. Not everyone who's a personality that you see on TV is trustworthy. And Chef AJ was definitely not trustworthy. She didn't deliver me an accountability partner. She didn't deliver on her promises. And after the experience, I was so upset that I went on a binge and ate a bunch of peanut butter and ruined my diet completely. And so I had a bad experience with Chef AJ. And I think her censorship was the worst thing that she did. It was bad enough that she promised an accountability partner and that I joined to get an accountability partner and didn't get one. But the worst thing was her censoring my posts. So be very careful who you trust with your money and your credit card and your information, your personal information, because you can't trust everybody. Not everyone delivers on their promises. I'm Sarah Jane Alpha Wolf signing off. Be careful out there in the internet world. Be careful who you trust, because not everybody is really trustworthy.